MW Productions, in association with Afraid of the Dark Productions, would like to welcome you to Hollywood, California, the motion picture capital of the world. Afraid of the Dark Productions is located in the Los Angeles area, the heart and pulse of the American movie industry. Afraid of the Dark is a rapidly growing company with impressive financial possibilities. With its innovative participation plan, Afraid of the Dark Productions' current offerings hold substantial venture capital growth potential. Afraid of the Dark is an affiliate of MW Productions, a motion picture fundraising company. MW is a proven fiduciary with an impeccable relationship with current and past entertainment parties. MW's president, Oscar-nominated, Emmy Award-winning Charles Marquis Warren, has written, produced, and directed classic American films such as Pony Express, Arrowhead, and Little Bighorn. Mr. Warren is also responsible for 3 of the most legendary programs in television history: Gunsmoke, The Virginian, and Rawhide. With his keen eye for talent, Mr. Warren has helped advance the careers for such film greats as Clint Eastwood, Gary Cooper, Charlton Heston, Angie Dickinson, Burt Reynolds, Lloyd Bridges, and Elvis Presley. Afraid of the Dark Productions has received letters of interest from a number of major film companies. These letters of interest for current and future projects ensure the distribution success in domestic and international theatrical and video markets. Therefore, we are now pleased to announce our first theatrical film project, Lover's Lane, a suspense thriller starring Griffin O'Neill. He is best known throughout the industry for his performances in Wraith and April Fool's Day. Additional films for future investment consideration will include White Sting, Bedroom Eyes, Deadly Detention, Total Darkness, and Lover's Lane 2, the sequel. Here, actress Karen Person arrives on the set for makeup from Nancy Havasta, our key makeup artist.
Are you going to use the squirt tip blood or the A and B blood?
No, I'm going to use the A and B blood. In part A, you will just put it on a cotton ball and get a lot on there so it'll really go. And we'll just put it up on your shoulder. And that'll dry in just a few minutes. And it's clear, so it doesn't look like there's anything there. And then part B, it'll go on the knife. And this is also clear. And you put it on both sides. And if you oil it down, if you really want it to go, you'll just, add a lot of it on there. And then when you come up to, it'll give you a blood effect.
Nancy Havasta has served as key makeup artist on many films, including Thrashing, Teen Wolf 2, and currently The Omega Syndrome. Director Terrence John Hart, who has several screenplays to his credit, has written, produced, and directed Daybreak, a domestic drama. Lover's Lane marks his directorial debut for a feature-length suspense thriller.
I had written the screenplay about 2 years ago. There was a road in my hometown in Mobile, Alabama that it was haunting, yet it wasn't, but it was what was beyond the actual road that I felt would be the terror that would make the story, the subplot of the actual story of Lover's Lane. And that was this house, and that is the actual terror of what is beyond the lane.
Producer Richard Dearborn has worked as production manager and extras coordinator on films such as Night Force and Ray Bradbury's The Visitor.
See the overview of the film, what it should look like, how it should be marketed, what kind of response we want to get from crew members and the audience.
Richard and I both had interviewed several crew members, and we had known people from different shoots as well. And we met Arnie Serlin, the director of photography, on this picture, and we both agreed after several interviews and seeing his demo reels, and he's just an incredibly talented man. And his work, it spoke for itself. And he's worked on an Emmy Award-winning PBS special. He's recently done 2 feature films, and now the timing is perfect because he's available. Everybody's suddenly available. Suddenly everybody's ready to make this movie, which is why we're doing the trailer on it now.
I met Richard and Terrence a year and a half ago. Terrence was pitching a script, Lover's Lane, which I liked very much. I thought, as a DP, I could add a lot to it. But I think what sold it more to me was, in speaking with Terrence, I liked his ideas. He seemed like a collaborator. I've been a cameraman for 12 years now, and I've worked with many different people on many different types of projects. And I've gotten to the point now where I can be selective, and it's an unusual situation, but I appreciate it. Terrence seemed like the type of guy who will work with me as opposed to telling me, do this, and be happy about it.
Art director David Miller has recently completed 3 films, Miracle Mile, Hit List, and 976 Evil.
The moods of the film are very much the same in terms of the lighting and in terms of the fullness with which you can bring to a set, like the farmhouse having been abandoned for 13 years at one point is very, very interesting. You'll be able to add layers of material, dust and so on top of set dressing. The film can be done on this kind of a budget with the proper kind of planning, because the art department doesn't need a lot of money. What it needs is a lot of imagination.
And with the combined imaginations of this group of people, here at Afraid of the Dark Productions, Lover's Lane, now in pre-production, is a thriller guaranteed to keep you on the edge of your seat. It's a bloody shame they fell in love.